Hi, folks. Well, Steve here with New London News and Events. Well, the New London Village Council met this evening. Prior to the regular council meeting, they did hold a budget workshop. Council was given a look at the proposed budgets for 2025 for the street, sanitation, cemetery, recreation, and general fund. Once council got into regular session in the public comment section, there were representatives there this evening from the New London Ruritans. They were there to let council know that the Ruritans are going to revive the veteran banner program to get the banners back up on the utility poles around town. More to come on that, how it's all going to work and how to sign up, and all that will be coming out in the future. Just they wanted to let council know that they are reviving that program and that the plan is to put those banners up in the spring prior to Memorial Day and then take them down each fall after Veterans Day in the hopes that not leaving them up all winter will make the banners last a little bit longer. Also this evening, representatives are there from the Huron County Economic Development Partnership. You may remember that organization came about last year when they combined the old Norwalk Chamber of Commerce, Huron County Economic Development, the Land Bank, and a few other organizations all under one umbrella. And they just wanted to let council know what they could do, that they are a full encompassing economic development assistance organization to help small businesses, large businesses, and the communities, anything that has to do with economic development. And that is across Huron County. As I mentioned, the Land Bank is part of that, and it was announced just last week that as part of the latest round of brownfield funding, there is a $235,290 grant coming to New London. That's for brownfield cleanup at the old sword plant at 80 South Railroad Street. This is just phase one of that cleanup, which will primarily be a survey and some asbestos abatement, and then also looking to get rid of an old underground storage tank that's on that property that was used to store fuel oil. So that's some good news. That is a 100% grant coming through the Land Bank. Also, during the public comment session, I reminded council that, hey, we're into the holiday season now, and this Friday evening will be the 5th annual tree lighting of Triangle Park. That will get underway Friday evening. Santa Claus is supposed to arrive about 7 o'clock, and the tree lighting should be at 7:30. Also coming up this Saturday is the celebration of lights at the Recreation Park. An evening full of events from 4 to 8 p.m. with wagon rides and games for the kids and craft vendors, all sorts of stuff going on out there, with the lighting ceremony to get started at 7 with a walk through the park as the park is all lit up for the holiday season. So that's all coming up this weekend right after Thanksgiving. After that, council got into the regular business session in the administrator's report this evening. They did get back the proposal of services and prices from OHM. That's on that pump station erosion work out there on Buck Creek behind the reservoir. So they'll be meeting with the team and reviewing that to decide the best course forward on that. I think mentioned last time, no change here on the New London Avenue project. The plan now is to go out to bid on that in January and hopefully have that bid awarded in February. And so that way work can get started in the spring next year. Not a lot else going on around as far as the administrator at this meeting. He did mention that the engineering is continuing on the downtown TAP project, and a number of us submitted letters supporting the application for the TAP grant application to replace the sidewalks in town. That would replace all the sidewalks beyond where the downtown project stops on both state routes 60 and 162 to the village limit. So that application will be going in this week. It has to be in by the end of the month, and maybe we'll get lucky, hopefully, and get another grant and can get some more sidewalks replaced in town. The other thing in the administrator's report, they did settle on a new health insurance provider for the village employees, and they're going to go from move from Medical Mutual over to Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's going to be about a 2% increase, but with lower deductibles. That's in place of what was going to be a 10% increase if they stayed with Medical Mutual. So as much as they were hoping to be able to stay with the same insurance provider, cost-wise, it just necessitated a change. So that's one of the ordinances on the agenda this evening, with council will approve that. After the administrator's report, we got into the regular legislative session. Council did approve the third reading of the ordinance appointing Mr. Bond as the village solicitor and additional legal counsel. So that was approved. They also approved the first reading of an ordinance authorizing a new contract with the Township of Clarksfield for fire services. Also approved the emergency reading of an ordinance authorizing an agreement on the health insurance. So that was passed as an emergency because it's got to go into effect here by the end of November to get the insurance switched over. Also passed a resolution declaring it necessary to submit the tax levy we talked about last time. So that is the second reading to put that $3 million levy on for street repair. So you'll see that. It's got one more reading. I'm assuming it passes the third reading, and then you'll see that on the ballot in the spring. Also passed a resolution to allow the village administrator to submit that TAP grant application for the sidewalks we talked about. And one other routine ordinance to authorize the fiscal officer to transfer funds between accounts. That's routinely done because as the year goes on and some counts expenses are higher than others than what they projected, or revenues higher or lower, have to move money back and forth, and every time she has to move money, it requires a resolution by council to do that. Also approved the bills to be paid, normal routine stuff, not a lot. It was a pretty quiet evening in council, really. Council did then go into an executive session to discuss appointment of a village official. After executive session, when council returned to regular session, council voted to appoint Adam Gullett to the vacant council seat. That's the seat vacated by Chet Blanton's resignation that was talked about at the last council meeting. So Adam Gullett will be rejoining the council. He will serve out the remainder of that term, which will be up in next year. The 4 seats will be up. So they'll serve through in 2026. The 4 seats will be up. So that was pretty much it for the council meeting this evening. Now, before I close, don't forget, if you live on the north side of town like I do, and your trash pickup's normally on Thursday, trash is going to come around on Wednesday, so have your trash out by 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. And again, just remember, Friday evening, the Christmas tree lighting at Triangle Park, and then coming up on Saturday, the celebration of lights out at the Recreation Park. Until then, I hope you get some time with family and friends. I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. I'm Steve. Thanks for watching.